So you're going to use your warm colors today to create some fall trees. In the fall, we know that the leaves change to these warm colors, so we'll use those today. And we're also going to use a big brush. The reason we're going to use this big brush, the one with the black tape on it, is because these big brushes are good for making a lot of texture. We want our trees to look like they have leaves on them with that texture. So we're going to use these not in a way that we normally do with sweeping our brush, but today we're going to bounce our brush. And I normally don't want you to do that because if you bounce too hard and squish down, you can make crazy hairs. But today you're going to bounce so that you can create some texture but without damaging the brush or smashing it. So bouncing is different than smashing. So let's go ahead and start with some red paint, and you can choose what color you want to start with, and I might actually start right here in the middle. I'm going to make some red daubs of paint. I want you to imagine these trees are really far, you're zoomed in real close to them, like they're right in front of you. So you can't really see like the tree trunk at the bottom. You might even get it on the table a little bit. And these trees, you know, trees normally get a little bit smaller at the top and they're a little bit wider at the bottom. So maybe they're kind of rounded like this. So you're bouncing that brush to create that tree. And then once you think that it's the right shape that you like, then you're gonna stop and you're gonna do another one. Keep the brush the same color, but go move away from that tree and let that one dry a little bit. And we're gonna overlap these trees with different colors so that we can have like this beautiful fall forest full of trees that have already changed their colors. So some trees have like all red leaves or all orange leaves, or some have all yellow leaves. And like a pancake, but move over just a little bit and just overlap those two trees together. All right. So now I've got two trees. This one is in front of this one, which creates some depth. It makes it look like it's far back behind that other one. I'm gonna do one over here. We're still bouncing that brush to give texture. You can go wash your brush out, that's fine. Or like I said, you can just kind of scrape off the extras. That makes a pretty color, we could use that later. And then for my final color, I'm gonna use my yellow, and I'm gonna make some yellow trees. If you feel like it's not dry enough, see how it's kind of mixing my colors together? I might wanna wait for that to dry. I could use the hair dryer to dry it a little bit. Or the more you dab the paint on top, and the thicker the paint is, the less it'll blend together. So I can have that one mixed just a little bit. Yellow tree right here in front. Now you can also make a row of trees right here along the edge, but these trees are obviously going to be a lot smaller because they're further away. They're on the other side of the lake. So they might even just be just a little bitty dab. I can draw my tree trunk and my tree branches in here. Now if you have not added any clouds, you could do that. Same kind of thing with a pattern, with a bouncing texture with white paint. And if you wanted to add any waves in your water, you could do that as well with white oil pastel or white paint, or maybe white paint mixed with blue paint so you get a lighter color. That is up to you, but what I want to see today is overlapping with your trees and the warm colors for the trees.